at ReDesign. Thanks for joining us today, Jerry. I'm really excited about this interview. Can you tell us which services that you provide that would benefit homeowners or those that are in the market for a new home?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the first starting points is really a feasibility study. Essentially what we can do is we can go in with a prospective client of yours to view several properties that they feel may fit the bill for them, may suit their needs, and based on the input that they've given us ahead of time, we can actually help them make decisions as to whether this specific property will meet their needs. So in other words, is there a renovation required? If there is, what might the cost be? So I think they can just give your clients peace of mind so that they know going in before they make the purchase that with a bit of work, the house can become everything that they envision it to be. Beyond that, obviously, the interior design itself. We're able to create a space for the client that makes it uniquely theirs. Right. The other part of that is not only the functionality based on number of family members, how many people cook in the kitchen, some of those really important details, but also their preferred aesthetic. Right. So obviously most of our work is quite modern, but the nice thing with that is we create, at least we strive to create a timeless look. Finally, the other service that I think can really benefit clients is contract management. So that's after the design has been completed, we can actually take that one design that's been approved by the client, it uniquely meets all of their needs, and we can then put that up for tender to 2 or 3 different contractors. The beautiful thing then is that they receive separate quotes, but they're all based on one identical design. Right. So it gives them the benefit of apples to apples price comparisons, which is huge because you're not getting 3 contractors who all have different ideas for the space and all come in with vastly different price points.
What are some of the challenges that you can help homeowners overcome?
I think one of the biggest ones is that people struggle because this isn't their world all day, every day, the way it is for us, but they struggle to envision what a space could become. So they don't see past, some perhaps horrendous current paint colors or an orange shag carpet on the floor, for instance, as this home had. Brown paneling stuck to the walls, and they just can't see past that to envision what the space could one day be. And because of that, it's hard to justify, I would imagine, spending whatever the asking price is for the house if you can't see your ideal space. Right. Another challenge predominantly is that people haven't worked with design firms in the past. So that can be a little bit scary, and I fully understand that. When people do contact us, it's usually quite tentative in the beginning. We're thinking about maybe talking to some design firms, and that's great. I think just having that conversation is critical. That's a great starting point. And really what we do is we try to put their minds at ease that we design the space for their needs, to uniquely meet their needs. But the other thing is, typically the fear is driven partially by they kind of see design fees as an added cost. And in the end, when you do a renovation, the design is visible based on the end result, but maybe you could have achieved that without the designer involved, right? So that's always the big catch-22. So to get around that, I think what we try to do is we offer a fixed fee for our services. So it's not an estimate and then start billing hourly, and then there's that scary surprise bill at the end. So we actually do offer a fixed fee based on the scope of work that's requested. So I think that really helps to alleviate some of that fear. And then for the most part, I would say, just for people thinking of hiring designers in general, just recommend that they take a look at portfolios, because in all likelihood, designers are displaying their best work, the work they're most proud of, the work they're most passionate about. And so it is critical to have that fit, that connection, both with aesthetic but also personalities. Making sure, because renovation processes are not fully enjoyable. It's a painful process to get to a better place, but the process itself is not fantastic. So you do need to have that personal connection, and that can be a challenge.
Now, what is the real value that a design firm can offer to a homeowner?
I think the biggest thing is, our tagline is creating unique spaces, and quite honestly, that's it. It has to work for you. It has to be something that really makes you happy, makes you feel good when you're in the space. And I think a designer is able to gather enough information and input and that's what we strive to do, to be able to put a space together that does uniquely reflect that particular client. And I think that unique space is something that they can take pride in, so that when people come through, friends, family members, it says something about the homeowner. Right? It speaks to other people.
It's not the cookie cutter house that everyone has. Someone walks in the door and says, wow, right?
Exactly right. And that's actually the second part of the answer, I think, is we struggle so much with large subdivisions where you can literally walk into kitchens, as an example, and you can peg the timeline when they were built based on the color of the kitchen. And that's really unfortunate. If your house is just a version of the neighbor's house, we certainly don't understand kind of the value in that when for the same construction cost, you can have a space that truly reflects you.